Hey, what's up, y'all? And welcome back to another community throwdown. We're ending this season's of community throwdown with Guilty Gear Strive, and joining me right now is Brad M. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good. I love how the rock horns has become our sort of impromptu, unofficial way that we open this up. It's very appropriate for ECT, very appropriate for Guilty Gear Strive. There's a as good a game as any to be rounding up a season. Hopefully, we get more of these. Make sure you let everybody know if you do want more of these. I saw some murmurs in the
Yeah,
Discord already. Keep that coming because that's how we know that y'all want more of these tournaments and more of this action. And there's plenty of action still to go. Winners finals about to happen. Razzo and Shine Leo into Potemkin.
definitely a matchup we are familiar with seeing, and and both of these guys are, both of these people are champions as well.
That's true. Razzo
To be honest
stagger
with you,
pressure is so good.
oh yeah, I love that. Like getting that. I was about to call it a flash kick. You know what I'm talking about? The DP.
Yeah.
The charge for it too. Yeah, Razzo always gets that. Counter it. This should kill. It will. Yeah, Razzo,
I mean,
so optimal.
every time I watch Razzo play, it like low key makes me want to play Leo.
All right.
Right,
Oh, I love
stacking
the
off.
little, yeah, the little back off too. Just the slight bait.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that Razzo does really well is that you can see Razzo stands at ranges to try to bait out like a slide head or a mega fist or like a 5S or something like that, and then makes choices in how they approach specifically to blow up those options. Blows up that gold burst attempt from Shine that does not quite work out. Razzo with a really healthy life lead here as well as positive bonus. Gets away with the 2D, but the smart back throw from Shine. Now Razzo's in the corner. You're going to have to hold this
Oh no.
pressure. No, you just get smoked on wake up doing nothing.
Okay, it
If we
almost
did
killed.
Heavenly Potemkin Buster, would he have died?
I was
Doesn't matter.
I was
2K
thinking,
around start.
I was thinking the same. I was thinking the exact same thing, but I'm not sure if which one does more damage in that situation with scaling.
You know what?
Oh, what a back
If that's what Shine did, I'm assuming that Aegis does more damage. Up forward through the Garuda, and that's what I was just talking about. Razzo is really good at adding verticality to their movement to get around
all the baits. But no,
the spacing game. Did Razzo play NRS titles before Strive?
I have no clue.
Something about Razzo's ground game really makes me think of NRS titles, and I'm not quite sure why it is. Something about the stagger pressure and the way that you can see that they play for whiff traps.
Okay, nice
Power
anti-air.
hit 5P anti-air. Has the bar on deck. You are 1000% dead here. First game is going to go to Razzo.
Yeah, definitely. I see the counterplay from both players. Um, Definitely you see like Razzo unwilling to go completely all out, because obviously if you get back grabbed by Potemkin, that could be the game, you know. So you see a little
Yeah.
more, a more in and out kind of style, and then kind of a bit more respectful, if you think, because we saw one back grab the last round before that, right? And then that's all Shine needed to win. All right, but going into the second game,
I think part of the problem is, like, what is the adjustment that Shine makes around this, right? Because in theory, if you're getting whiff punished a lot, usually the adjustment is that you don't, hit as many buttons. But being more passive on the ground means that it's going to give Razzo free reign to just run over you, which is looking like how this round is starting out right now. And that wasn't necessarily Shine being more passive. It was just that Razzo has made every correct offensive call with the 5D check there. The first game, or first round of game 2, on the board.
Completely out the window. Okay, what a whiff. And punish.
These low checks keep working out. I feel like I was actually just as well, like, when is the overhead coming out? Shine must have been on the same wavelength as me and started blocking high. I'm not quite sure. Is this going to be a perfect to close out this round, this second game here? 6P anti-air, we get the cross up with the Berserker Slash. Nice back throw from Shine. That was a smart back throw. Double backdash represented from Razzo once back to neutral.
It looked like it was supposed to be an OS punish on backdash. it just never. Oh,
Oh, this could be everything.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm actually surprised there was no RC. Yeah, I'm surprised there was no RC there, just for like added damage, maybe. But I understand. I understand because
Yeah,
once you
I
got the
think we
pop
were in a
buster,
range. I think we were in a range where the next pot buster or throw and stuff would have killed. You were at
mm,
a spot where like most stuff that was burst safe was going to kill, and
yeah,
spending the RC wasn't going to
kill.
kill in and of itself, and it wasn't going to
And
do anything for your damage ranges. So saving it to steal another turn made a little bit more sense.
no, I agree. I agree. Yeah, but Razzo starting off super aggressively. Already has a corner situation. Already earned the burst from Shine. Yeah, not looking so great for Shine right now. I've yet to see like a major adjustment.
Yeah, it's Razzo's really just running over him. The cruel irony that you suggested that Shine might prefer the Leo matchup compared to the Nago matchup, and it's just simply not going in his favor at all. The Butt Slam navigates around the 6P, but these Berserker Slashes as neutral and footsie tools, Blue RC wanted for, I mean, maybe wanted to use that to add some recovery frames. At the very least, it gets a turn. That throw is going to close it out. Razzo is on set point.
Yeah, like, I mean, I can't really speak anything negatively about Razzo's game. It's working perfectly. The game plan is going as planned, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I
Shine
wonder
on the
whether
Hmm?
you can see that Shine is just frame blocking a lot of the pressure. I feel like maybe what you should be doing instead is, like, do you want to FD so that you push him out longer? Because I feel like Razzo's stagger pressure is never ending, and the fact that Shine is IBing and letting Razzo stay closer by way of IB can't be helping. It definitely didn't help here. We're closing this out on a perfect 3-0
Yeah.
clean from Razzo. Shine never got the opportunity to get started.
Yeah, except for that first game where a
Yeah,
back grab led to a mix up that led to the winning that round, but Shy didn't even pick up that game either. I think that was
right.
the strongest round that Shine had was off of making a comeback. And Razzo kind of closed up those whatever mistakes happened in that first round or the first couple of rounds were just closed off swiftly.
Yeah, and I to give Razzo credit, right? I think early on, eh, in Strive in general, but maybe Leo as a character in this IP in general is sort of this blender monster, right? Like you have this expectation of this crazy left-right 50-50 thing in the back turn stance mix-ups and stuff.
Mm,
But Razzo structured everything about that game around great stagger pressure and a solid fundamental footsies game on the ground. It
mm.
really showing the viability of that character and how well-rounded they are. Loser semis, UMISHO staying on the Happy Chaos, Pluto repping the May, and already getting clapped by the Chrome, to borrow a term that you used when we first saw UMISHO play a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, definitely actually hit her with the gun, so she actually got clapped by the chrome, literally. But yeah. All right, but Pluto in, stealing some turns back with the charge 6 heavy. Oh, but with the challenge from UMISHO.
Oh, a rare combo drop from UMISHO, a second rare drop, but we should be able to close out from here. We don't even need to spend the super. It didn't matter. We got the wall break on the 5K. UMISHO with the first round on the board in the loser semis. But to Pluto's credit, one, Pluto wisely used the burst. It's very easy to misutilize your burst against Happy Chaos. But two, I think understood the assignment, right? Understood that this is going to be a slow matchup where you need to take every inch of ground you can get.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about Happy Chaos too. Like, much like the bike and pick, I think UMISHO just likes characters that are just anti-meta.
Right. The curse is
And
out.
and then you have to play so differently against the Happy Chaos. Oh, yeah.
You're in a rough spot. Pluto's not going to be allowed to let go of FD for a little while now. And, I mean, the
Pluto
other
is
problem
not
with
gonna
that
be
is
allowed to
you really
play.
need to dash block. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. There's not a whole lot of time between UMISHO, between Happy Chaos raising the gun and you having to respect the lead. So, first game to UMISHO.
yeah, Pluto didn't get to play that round at all. So hopefully there can be some adjustments from Pluto. I'm not really sure what May does other than, like I know what May does when she gets in. I don't know what May does to get in on this in this match. I mean, already.
Right. I mean, this is a strong start.
Yeah.
And this is what I liked from the first rounds that we saw from Pluto as well. I think the moves that she has, she generates threat from very far out, not dissimilarly to what Nago does, but I think she also has the advantage of just better mobility than Nago has.
Yeah, like she has things that Nago doesn't have, like a dash, an air dash, like things like that.
Mobility.
Yeah,
jump
Nago generates threat because the long normals. Once you get the blood gauge to a certain level, you can definitely affect other players from further out.
Maybe that's part of the difference as well. Pluto doesn't need to, on May, compared to Nago, have to navigate some mini-game with their blood gauge before they're generating threat from this range. You just get to do that as May in this matchup. Managing to dash underneath the curse ball, the May's small height working out here. PRC after the forward dash, the smart back dash from Pluto, 2S with punish. And we're doing a really good job of using our air mobility to make things tricky for UMISHO. And the fact that UMISHO has not been able to apply curse, just as I say so, curse is applied. But largely, curse has not been applied, which has been making it harder for UMISHO to zone.
Well, UMISHO doesn't have any bullets right now, so okay, finally gets 2 bullets after a reload. Yeah, like Pluto is doing such a good job of just kind of like nullifying like a lot of strengths. Okay, burst is available on UMISHO's side. Will they use it? Just throw into RC.
All right, we're back to full screen. UMISHO has burst. Oh, the smart back throw gets the OTG after. I was so ready after the doppelganger came out. I was like, all right, but if Pluto gets anything out, you're going to get smoked.
Oh, wow, the field of effect.
That was from so far out, too.
Side switch? Oh my god, it's doing so much damage. Okay. Oh
First
no.
It's so good. Wall break, what's Pluto do at round start? Slight walk back into 5S. I was ready for Totsugeki, but we did not see it. But the slide underneath, the threat that Pluto is able to generate from so far out, and the speed at which it comes out, and the fact that not just the speed and the threat, right? But another difference in the way that Nago versus May is applying threat in this matchup is May is physically moving while she's doing that, and Pluto is doing a great job of varying whether they're doing, air dolphin versus Totsugeki versus slide. All of this, if curse isn't applied, is stuff that UMISHO needs to react to and aim accordingly for their zoning tools. So Pluto is doing 2 things great. 1, mixing up the approach options, but 2, doing what they can to keep curse from being applied, which is putting the onus on UMISHO to read or react. And that's part of what's giving Pluto these spots where they're pushing through on the screen the way that they need to.
Alright, but the curse is applied right now, so Pluto's gonna have to navigate this or reapplies the curse as well. Nice counter bro from UMISHO. But already in the corner has to burn. Oh.
I wonder, the next time UMISHO lands a 2S, if you just 2S and don't do anything after, will you recover in time to block the burst? Because Pluto, what Pluto is doing and why Pluto's bursts are working out so well is Pluto is 100% of the time bursting the 2S specifically. Any other range, Pluto isn't bursting.
I mean, I guess it depends on how close you are when you press 2S. It looks like a button that could be burst safe. I can't really speak from experience, but if it's point blank range, I assume that it will get hit with the burst. But if it's kind of spaced out, then I think it'll whiff.
Burst is going to be back on the table.
Oh my god!
Gets baited.
Getting smoked. She doesn't even have a gun.
She doesn't need one. She's got SeaWorld.
And the thing is though, like Pluto's doing classic May things. A lot of her combos in the corner are burst safe at certain points, like that, the 2 heavy right there. Yeah, you'll get smoked if you try to burst that. And case in point right there. But at the same time, UMISHO did not have a choice. Had to burst that spot. Happy Chaos would have died. Or opened up with a 5D. Oh man, Mans is feeling themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you're up 2-1 on UMISHO, 2-time community throwdown winner, and a usual favorite to see in the top 3, if not the top 2. I understand why you would be feeling yourself, but this is perhaps not the round to do it. UMISHO playing at a slightly farther range, but that 3H the slide gets Pluto in.
All right,
one bullet left in the clip for UMISHO.
Oh, and might be the only bullet that they needed. All right, the party definitely has got
a big reload.
It wasn't me. It was him. That's what I think of when I see Scapegoat. I didn't do it. I promise. Alright, but Pluto, not a lot of resources. Gets the knockdown. What's the mix? Oh. Alright. Doing a good job of mixing up buttons, but UMISHO found the challenge spot.
Oh no.
Oh, we need to be careful with the burst.
UMISHO's going to have to hold a lot of this. Okay, forward tech's out exactly in time. Blue RC gives UMISHO this time that they need. Okay, gets clipped with the low. The difficulty there was Pluto only had so much bar, right? And if UMISHO structured that block string properly to push Pluto all the way out, you were very, very liable to die on chip.
Yes. I mean, that was good fortune that UMISHO put to great use to take that round. Alright, but UMISHO looking like they got new life in this round on offense. Maybe for the first time in the set on real offense, but as I say that, Pluto reverses that.
Big counter hit. But we're out of bullets now. We're going to have to try to find an opportunity to reload. All right, we get one left, but a smart gold burst from Pluto.
Okay, Pluto sitting at some bar.
You don't get to take it with you.
Oh, drops the combo. Unfortunate. All right, the YRC comes from UMISHO.
But still no bullets for UMISHO. And on top of just nullifying the zoning and the damage, it also means that a lot of the way Happy Chaos likes to structure their offense is no longer kept safe. And that big anchor from Pluto. This is set point for Pluto on UMISHO. And something that I've been wanting to call out, the way that Pluto is charging that big anchor is actually catching the up back attempts from UMISHO or the delayed backdash attempts, because Pluto can hang on to it and then react to the fact that they're coming out and pull him back down.
Gets a counter hit, gets a knockdown. Oh, every time that happens, I get so scared for UMISHO. Like, don't press the button there. Oh,
right, the scapegoat is out.
Oh, full screen corner carry.
It's very telling for how difficult this set and this matchup has looked for UMISHO that is actually the first super wall break we've seen from UMISHO, where I feel like every time they're on the screen, I feel like we just watch UMISHO gatting people from one end of the stage to the other constantly. And it still may not work out. Pluto has burst available here. So much damage. The meaty is going to close it. That's going to do it. Catches UMISHO doing something on Wake Up that was not blocking. UMISHO going to go out at 4th in the final community throwdown event against Pluto, the May pick, working out clutch.
I mean, you can see just the way that Pluto was approaching getting in too. But May does have like if you look at the Nago matchup, right? Nago has to spend some kind of blood meter to get in. Right. To use that spinning move, just to get in, and every single time you use a special move, you're one step closer to popping blood, right? May, on the other hand, right, has slide. Yeah, it's not safe on block, but if you slide under the new recticle, you're gonna get a knockdown,
right? A
counter hit knockdown, and then also the fact that she has better air mobility as well. She has the horizontal mobility. She can run, stop, block, or she can do Totsugekis and get in. And once she starts getting meter, you can start, RCing things just to be more sticky.
Yeah. The reality is having different mobility options is always going to be valuable against a zoner. I don't care what zoner you're playing. I don't care what your mobility options are. And the fact that so many of May's attacks also function as sort of diet mobility options in that they either displace herself as part of the attack just by way of the fact that she's lunging, or take her to the air in general and sort of operate on this other layer, makes for a toolkit that I think is uniquely equipped to deal with what's going on there. We're loading in now to the losers finals, Shine versus Pluto.
All right, Pluto has dispatched UMISHO, another Titan in their path. Oh, and using that jump D too, going back to like a lot of moves, you were saying a lot of moves being used, their attacks, but being used as movement tools. That JD from May as well.
Yeah. So for a little bit of context, I just checked the winner side of top 8. Shine won in the winner side of top 8 3-1 against Pluto to drop Pluto down into losers. So this is a run back, that 5D full charge. We're going to close out this round from Shine on a great read on the 5D. It looked like Pluto tried to backdash, but the fact that Potemkin is just such a large man, caught the backdash even so.
Yep. And I kind of think this slightly different than the last matchup, because obviously May's gonna want to get in on the zoner, but do you want to get in on the grapple character, the grab character, while the auto corrects? How did he get charged for that? She jumped over to get rid of a charge. All right, but sliver of life left. Wow, on reaction.
Yeah, that's looking like a big element to this matchup. I can definitely see why it went the way that it did in the winner side. If Shine, one, understands that he can sort of counter swing in these spots and blow up a lot of what Pluto is trying to do, and two, like you said, represent some of these tools like the far slash on reaction to stall Pluto. It makes it much harder, despite the fact that Pluto has this great mobility, and you can see that they're trying to play a similar game to what Razzo played in the winners finals. They're playing at a farther out range and kind of moving in and out, but you don't have the same tools that Leo has to play that style of a game.
Yeah, like May plays a slightly different game. Yeah, there's the mobility, but she has more horizontal mobility than Leo does. Her damage output in the corner is intense. So she does have that going for her. Oh, whoa. What an interesting wake-up option.
Oh, we get the cross-up, but a smart backdash from Shine navigates around the 2H. Shine with the life lead. Another great backdash PRC. Keeps Pluto safe. We got the up-back burst. Steals the corner position. So Pluto wisely reversals through, but still gets smoked trying to press the issue. Pluto looking a little bit itchy to get stuff started here.
I think those vertical dolphins are like, I guess at some point they're throwing it. So that could be why Pluto's going to that option. And it did work out a couple of times, so I'm assuming that Shine went for throws. Yo, going back to that JD usage from Pluto. Oh, okay, has the burst there. She was getting smoked.
Yeah. Oh, flicks the dolphin away. Doesn't care whatsoever. Shine closing out. Game 2 here. Looking really tough for May, and I'm struggling to think of what the adjustment would be. I think part of the problem is Potemkin seems so tall that a lot of the choices that Shine is playing to contest on the ground would cover most of the options. Like, a slide would get blown up. Trying to Totsugeki down is getting blown up on reaction. But it's not like you get IADS or IADH to try to get in either, because he's tall enough that it's, from the ranges that you would be doing it, it could still work out. And Shine is defensively backdashing really, really well when he doesn't have the space to counter poke smartly.
Oh, this is not looking great for Pluto. Alright, has to burst. Oh, but Aegis comes out. We're going to call it Aegis. Oh, but what is JD? I actually didn't think that was going to work out in Pluto's favor, but they found a way through that. Oh, no. Alright. I was going to say Pluto had meter, but it's not even going to be a factor in this round as Shine takes it to set point.
And I feel like 2 or 3 times in that round, what we saw was Pluto trying to swing back with 5H in this mid range to try to make something happen. But Shine
Mm.
kept pressing the issue with armored limbs like a slide head or the like to continue their own offense at these ranges where Pluto is clearly not comfortable.
All right, but Pluto for the first time maybe has control. Shine's still fighting back from the corner, but Pluto has the positioning. All right, can R see that slide? Oh, with the challenge.
Yeah, so smart. That's something that we watched Pluto do a lot in that losers semis match. Oh, JP after the corner switch, Pluto very nearly dead here. You will die to just about anything, including that. Shine with
And
a clean sweep of the 3-0.
Yeah, like I'm not sure how the winner set went. Like you said, it was 3-1. I'm not sure if they were close games. I will say that this final set that they played was not close at all. Shine had complete control over it, whether it be spacing. Like Pluto was the one trying to get in, but Shine and it's funny that you think of a zoner. I'm sorry, as a grapple character as a zoner, but it seemed like Shine was playing the zoning game there with Potemkin with those large normals and just
You know what it
keeping
looked
her
like?
out.
You know what it looked like? It was shades of like Street Fighter 4 Zangief, where it was just the stand jet, just the chop the whole time. That was it. Just the chop as a threat. And I feel like just something that simple. It was equal parts the chop, preemptively, or slide head or the tackle through in all these spots where Razzo was going to try to 5H. Not Razzo, I'm sorry, Pluto. I'm thinking about the grand finals that we're about to watch. But also, there were spots where Pluto was in the driver's seat. You called out a couple of times where it seemed like Pluto would gain a modicum of control. The problem is you can see that a lot of Pluto's offensive style is based around varying how long they charge the 5H to catch these other things. That was a big part of their ground offense. Thing was, off the rip, Shine was completely willing to swing through those gaps. The second there was a gap, it was like, nope, 5Ping, you don't get to do this. I'm taking my turn back. So when Pluto did have control over the matchup, it was only fleeting.
Yeah, yeah, the one time that Pluto actually went for a full charge 6 heavy, I'm not sure if they even got a chance to do something like that before that. But yeah, like Shine was so ready for that. And if you look at
Yeah.
UMISHO versus Pluto, that was a big part of Pluto's game plan against UMISHO. Like full charge 6 heavies, UMISHO was very unwilling to challenge because you'll get smoked. If you're wrong, you'll get smoked. But then
Yeah.
coming to the final game, Shine was like, yeah, I'm up. I'm up 2 games. I'm up around. Yeah, I'll challenge here.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very clean performance. Here's the problem. Is we saw a similarly clean performance in the winners finals when Razzo played against Shine with the roles reversed. And I still don't know what it is that Shine is going to need to bring differently to the table in order to meet what Razzo had. Because if Razzo brings the same game plan and Shine hasn't found some way to adapt to that, I fear we're going to watch a very similar grand finals to what we saw in the winners finals. Because outside of just having the read on when Razzo is going to try to press back in and trying to preemptively do something and stick out like a 2P and relying on that style of, sticking out the right limb to stall Razzo, I don't know how Shine doesn't get smothered. And I think in general, that has not really been Shine's style that I've seen against that type of offense. When Shine is letting something rip like that defensively, it's usually in a spot that feels much more, how do I want to put this? It feels much more calculated. And I feel like against Razzo, if he doesn't have like a very specific player read, then you're not going to be able to make that same type of calculated decision. So I wonder how that is going to ultimately end up playing out.
Yeah, Razzo's playing a very good in and out game, switching up
Yeah.
the pacing of the match. Like when we look at the first game wasn't nearly as high octane offense as Razzo is known for. And surely like going into the second, third games, right? It was a 3-0, right? Razzo ramped up that aggression and played how I expected that they would normally play. but we'll call it a feeling out process, right? That first game, right? But then,
Mhm.
but Razzo still kept up the in and out style, but it's added in the aggression as well. So like that, I can see why that made Shine very uncomfortable because Potemkin has very big normals. They're not quick. They whiff very hard. So if you commit to the decision and it whiffs, Leo's one of those characters that can definitely punish you in the biggest way. And Leo's gonna stick to you too. Now you gotta deal with these left right mix ups, and you're just in there, and that's the part of the game that you want to stop
Right.
in the first place. So I'm sorry. So what were you gonna say?
No, and I think when we watched the winners finals, you called out the fact that however the matchup is going, if Potemkin lands that one back throw,
Mm,
it could be everything, which I think leads to it's equal parts that observation, and then you made an observation of the losers finals of when you're dealing with the grappler, do you want to be going in and risking being in that range in the first place, which I think
mm,
lends itself to two things that Razzo did really well: that style of very in and out and dancing around outside of like 6K or the very tip of 5S range.
mm,
It does two things. One, it means that because we're not seeing a berserker slash style thing where we would ordinarily see from a Leo, or like you try to mix that in, the risk of that is obviously that tool can get thrown. That is the counterplay to that tool. That's the
yeah.
biggest party starter. Ergo, we don't do it. One. Two, you're playing outside of that range where you're going to whiff punish one of those slow buttons that Potemkin has on deck. And it's like, all right, I'm not going to make the mistake that lets you steal the game from me. And I'm also going to play in a style where I'm actively going to blow you up for trying to steal your turn back. Here we are in Grands. Let's see what Shine has on deck for us.
Mm. Okay, Razzo already starting off super aggressively, kind of just continuing from where the winter finals ended. Yeah, like it's just the new chapter of the story.
Yeah, that was a smart cross up to get out of the corner from Razzo as well. The flick represented, but not quite working. The back Mega Fist. I feel like maybe we didn't see a lot of Mega Fist represented in the winners finals version of this set.
I agree. Oh, but at the same time, we didn't see a lot of flash kicks being represented as well. And then as Shine goes to the Mega Fist options, then comes the flash kicks. All right, gets a knockdown from Slide Head. Oh. All right.
Okay.
Nice OC killer. Oh no. Oh no, the drop.
Oh. Interesting. Still have the corner position as I say so, though. Razzo playing for a lot of cross-ups right now, but critically always crossing back into the corner. There's that big back throw. The OTG Razzo will die on any hit. Max range 2D off the car cancel. Blue RC. We get a combo off the 5P meaty. Shine not spending the burst.
Wait a minute. Okay, he spends the super just to be plus. Razzo not willing to not willing to let go of any offense at all. Razzo takes that first game. And
Razzo's
and that,
uh-huh.
I was say what you're gonna say, yeah.
I was gonna say Razzo's air game is usually a thing that I feel like I'm calling out every week. Is the air throw game, and the air to air game is always so good. And you can see, I feel like Razzo hits buttons in the air when they jump comparatively late because they wait that little bit of time to see whether you're already in the air and they should go for the back throw, or if they should be going for like a JH, or if they're gonna go for the dive kick, right? But I feel like every time Razzo is going to the air, there's that little bit of what is it that I'm trying to get out of this?
Yeah. All right, but Razzo takes that first game. And that round, it kind of looked like it was Shine's. Shine hesitated on offense because of how much meter Razzo had. Razzo already on offense going to the second game. Whatever it is that Razzo figured out, definitely Shine needs to think about that really hard to make some adjustments.
Great backdash around the slide head. Wow, even factoring in 6P as a footsie tool in that range. Wow, Razzo. Oh, backed off. I think Razzo just barely wanted the rest of the positive bonus to earn them the wall break, but it doesn't ultimately matter. We finish out the job with the corner position we earned on Shine anyway. Up a round now in this game, too.
All right, and Shine pressing more buttons. Yeah, I think Razzo's kind of... Oh, that could have been worse if it wasn't a combo drop. Yeah, you see, like, Shine being way more buttonsy now because Razzo's gameplay is not allowing Shine to play, you know, from back foot anymore.
Right. Yeah, and I guess that's the flip side of the adjustment, right? Like, you can do two things in response to being whiff punished a lot. One is you just stop and try to pick your spots better. The other is that you represent a different threat for different ranges. And it feels like that's sort of the thing that Shine is trying to do. An aggressive burst from Razzo to maintain the corner position. We've got enough bar for something to happen here. 2D connects.
Okay, bro. Oh, the back throw. This could be a problem. And as I say that, the reversal super through the Garuda, perfect answer for that situation. Razzo has his corner situation too. Wait a minute. He doesn't go for the pop-buster, goes for the Oki instead. Oh, that's gonna kill.
That was really smart from Shine. Didn't go for the pop buster because it wouldn't have killed and wanted to set up for a better Oki situation after where any option was in range to kill. A game on the board here for Shine. A couple of really great calls there. To give Razzo credit, though, for that reversal super, I feel like it's very common from Shine. We never see one Garuda into stuff. I feel like Shine is, especially early on in a set, is always representing that second Garuda after, just because they want to see what is it that you're doing in that situation and how do you deal with it. It's a data acquisition step, and Razzo representing very early that they're not going to hold that.
I mean, they are sponsored by Intel.
Ooh. Oh my god. Razzo.
The damage! Oh dear, what an answer. If that was the adjustment that Shine had to make, was to do more damage, well done, sir. Well done.
Especially for this round in particular, I just don't know what it is that Shine has brought to the table that is making Razzo make an adjustment to go this buck wild defensively. You can go this wild offensively, though, as much as you want. Burst still on the table for Shine, but finds the back throw through that Berserker Slash. This is the thing that I was specifically talking about that Razzo was doing a great job of avoiding. And I feel like Shine made an adjustment, and it's forcing Razzo to make every wrong decision that we were giving him so much credit for not doing.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing too, like Leo has great mix-ups, but then if you're doing the left-right, you're not gonna kill as fast. So Potemkin has a big life bar, so it just gave Shine more opportunities just to get that last hit. And whatever Shine did to adjust, it's coming to fruition right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I like Shine is bringing a little bit more intensity and confidence to their ground game, but I'm not completely sure that it's a big enough swing that should be justifying how drastically Razzo is playing differently. And it was such a solid winners finals, and this is Razzo very commonly strikes me as like a feel-centric player. Who plays a little bit more emotionally, maybe, and I wonder if we're seeing frustration from Razzo that is manifesting in just more wild gameplay, and it would be a real shame if that is how it ends up working out. Burst represented from Shine, but still a great corner position here to Razzo's benefit.
Yeah, like, I feel like, I don't know if we ever had the conversation of the heart player, the mind player, and the body player.
Maybe. So it sounds vaguely familiar.
It seems like Razzo, if you look at their playstyle, that they're a combination of heart and body. So body is execution, right? And heart is like I'm gonna make decisions when I want to make them, you know, regardless. And obviously the mind player is the player that, you know, the zone or whatever. I want to control the pacing. And it seems like, what do you do to what do you do to like a hard player? You punish them as hard as possible for the decision. And I feel like Shine is doing a great job of just punishing missteps.
Wow, blows up the startup of the PRC such that Shine needs to spend the burst. Razzo really, I think if you're Razzo, you really want this round to go your way. Here's the problem. Everything I know about Razzo tells me that Razzo is going to go buck wild to not let this go to a final game.
Yeah, but like, Shine is holding. Oh, well, this. Yeah,
we're going to a final game. Or a potential final round.
Yeah, we will go to a final round regardless of what Razzo wanted. But Razzo still has the opportunity to tie this up and close out this first set. And doing such a good job now, already has a more than a half-life lead, has some meter as well, has the positive bonus.
Right,
nice.
PRC back,
nice
finds the punish.
The bait.
And you're going to die off the super for the wall break. We're going to 2-2 grand finals here. Still a little bit wild, but Razzo, I think, stabilized just a hair there. Enough to swing the matchup back around.
Yeah, Razzo just kind of dangled the bait in front of Shine. Like, here, I did this super negative move. You can pop buster this. No. I have all this meter. But Shine made some good adjustments, and I like the adjustments made by Razzo to pick up that second game. Whose adjustments are better? We'll find out now.
Early burst from Shine, and it actually pushes Razzo's back to the corner. This is a great spot to be in. 2S catches an attempt to jump out. Oh, what a smart jump from Shine, but the 6P works.
Alright, Razzo picking up some great damage. Gonna spend the cash to get the Oki afterwards. What is it gonna be? Double dash 5S? No, double dash in the bait. Saw the meter, was like, no.
I wonder if it's the air game that's been dissuaded. One of the things that Shine was representing a lot earlier in the set was like very early JP. I wonder if Razzo was just afraid to go to the air for the offense because the JP is blowing it up. Jesus, we're on reset point to Shine's benefit here.
Oh, what a bait. Oh, yeah, and like you said before, like, Shine hasn't been going for Mega Fist. But there's gonna be a side switch too. No, misses it. That's definitely not what Shine wanted.
All right, gets the burst. That's huge. But Razzo can absolutely make this happen still and still close out this round. Reset point is on the line. We're not gonna have super for the wall break, but after positive bonus, we're gonna get enough tension more or less straight away. Aegis comes out immediately from Shine. You have to respect this. Clipped by the 5D, but you're still alive after. Razzo really gets one more chance at life. Spends all the bar. Is that going to close out the round? Is he going to be able to finish this? Still alive. Did not quite get the OGG. The back Mega Fist works out for Shine, and the reset is here.
Yeah, like, that was so fortunate that it wasn't a true meaty, giving Shine the opportunity to get out of that situation. But obviously, like, There were some delays on Razzo's side too, just in case, you know, maybe a backdash was happening. Probably that's what they expected, was a backdash. But yeah, Shine able to close out that game and win that set to force a final set, Shin Grand Finals. But yeah, like, I think in part due to what you said, because Shine wasn't going to Mega Fist before, and they're money right now.
Yeah. I mean, they might be a quantifiable amount of money if they're going to get Shine this first place in the last community throwdown bracket here for this season. Bracket reset, big backdash into back throw. Shine in a good position here to start off this bracket reset. Early bursts to keep the corner position.
All right, Razzo doing a very patient job of getting out. Gonna get this corner combo too. That was kind of flashy. Not gonna lie. Razzo looking to be in a good spot to take this first round. I'm not really sure what Razzo tried to do there. I think, you know what I think happened? I think Razzo saw the burst over the life bar and thought it was Shine.
I looked up. I was like, oh, it was a burst bait. Did you bait your own burst?
Yeah, that happens from time to time. I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely baited my own burst before. Oh,
okay.
Nice.
PRC cancel into back throw. Razzo with the good screen position, but Shine with burst on deck and slowly inching the way out.
All right, nice FDs, but Razzo relentless.
That is another thing. We talked about, you know, FD versus IB against Leo stagger pressure. It looks like Shine is making that adjustment for the FD rather than the IB, closing out the round.
All right, all tied up in rounds, and I love the adjustments from both of them. You see a lot of counterplay going on with it, but right now, oh my God, the Shine is definitely getting the better of the counterplay.
That's a grappler counter hit. That's when you're like, I know exactly how long to wait because you're going to get afraid of something that is not this big limb in your face. Razzo with the super for the wall break, though. Shine still has burst. Razzo can play a little bit more conservative. Once we get this bar, we can try to burst bait. You might, you're just dead on the OTG even, though.
Yeah, like, I mean, you can be as conservative as you want. Shine's still going to take that first game. And I think for the first time, this is Shine with the lead in the set.
Yeah.
Like, Razzo's going to have to make some counterplay adjustments.
You can see the way Razzo is structuring the stagger pressure is really different, too. The longer the set is going, the better that Shine has a read on the way that Razzo staggers, right? Look at the amount of, 6K that worked out in the winner's final set for Razzo versus how often Razzo is, 6King on block and then immediately has to disengage because he's worried about being in range 0.
Agreed. Oh, immediate burst is not one that. That's such an important resource to lose so early.
Well, I think what Razzo is doing every time is Razzo swings into slide head, and if Razzo knows that slide head is going to punish him, he's bursting immediately so they don't deal with the slide head knockdown. I think the problem is, like you said, it's like Razzo's making this call to not have to deal with the Oki, but then doesn't have it later to mitigate damage.
For Razzo,
it's a big momentous. It's a heart swing, is what it is. Like you talk about mind, body, heart. That's a heart decision. It's like I absolutely do not want to be on the back foot whatsoever. Wake up!
I knew it.
Super.
I knew it. Like here's the thing. I already in my mind. I thought the same thing that Razzo did. So basically, command grab is gonna beat throw, right? I'm scared to. I'm sorry. It's gonna beat DP. I'm scared to DP. So I might want to up back or something like that. But if I up back, I'm gonna get hit with a button, right? And I'm still gonna die. So at that point in time, the only thing I can do is wake up super. It's the scariest option, but I was like, oh, this is the most logical option too.
Burst from Shine does not want to deal with a big combo on the side of Razzo. Razzo still has burst and is up around and now got this hit. We're not going to have the super for the wall break though, so we're not going to be able to kill, nor are we going to get Oki after. What do we see Shine do? Okay, 2P mash. The Leocopter closing out the first game here for Razzo. One game apiece now.
I'm sure that the jump forward probably was. I'm not sure what Shine did. I didn't see. Maybe it was a 6P in to punish the jump forward, which Razzo baited out and punished out with the Leocopter, as you so aptly said, called it. But yeah. Going into this third game, 1-1, Razzo made some interesting adjustments. I feel like that 5K is not plus on block. I don't know. I might be wrong about that.
We're at the point now where in the winners final, Shine was not 5P mashing through anything. Now Shine has the confidence to swing through in these gaps.
I mean, yeah, Shine has the confidence, but I feel like good goal burst.
Woo.
Are you gonna RC this? You definitely are.
Are we close enough? No, we're not close enough for a wall break.
Oh,
Gura
what a
trades
clash.
with the DP. That was interesting. Razzo actually got to dash forward because of the clash. The back throw. Every time Razzo tries to do something cheeky with an extra side switch, Shine is ready with the throw to punish him.
Oh,
Just
no.
DP at round start, Razzo? Do you have any idea? You are playing fast and loose with what you do not have. This is big damage on the side of Shine now. Slide head connects. Do you die to a Potemkin Buster at this point? Yeah, I think you're in range to die to Pop Buster.
Yo, as I said before,
You're
what do you
definitely
do
in
to a
range
hard
now.
player? What do you do to a hard player? You punish them as hard as possible because they're gonna make decisions like this. Like you see the dash up flash kick, right? Just to get them started. Like hard players make decisions like that. They're like, oh, and then they get increasingly aggressive too. So you hit them as hard as possible. For every time you make a misstep, you're gonna lose 60%. How about that? Calm that down.
It's huge, and I think you're absolutely right. I think that's definitely what Razzo needs to do. I think Razzo needs to take a second and, like, these big, wild reads are not working out, and the mix-up structure is really not working. I think you need to refocus on the ground game, because it's what worked for you. You need to identify what Shine is doing to blow up your ground game and blow it up. I don't necessarily mind the reversals, but some of the wild stuff we're seeing, like round start DP, are really giving me question. Nice. That was like a dash cancel Potemkin Buster to get a little bit of extra space. Max range 2K2D.
Nice BRC. Okay, can spend the cash here. Alright,
Just
pixel
barely
away.
alive.
Yeah, like when was the special move coming? Like,
Right. But the thing was, Shine had to sit there and FD the whole time because you wanted to force Razzo out as quick as possible. But once the FD came out, suddenly it's like, oh, now you can die to chip.
Oh, nice. Gonna break the wall here.
I like that. Used the super as soon as Shine got the burst back. I'm sure the super was just happening there in the combo structure, but it just was doubly to their benefit. And Razzo immediately makes 2 calls specifically to try to blow Shine's burst timing up. Okay. This is the swing that you needed.
Yeah, like I guess Razzo just needed something to get the momentum started because Shine was doing such a good job of just like containing things. Or just straight up just punishing it. Alright, but now we're down to the final round. Who's going to take it? Like, Shine has made some great adjustments, and then Razzo has clapped back. Alright? Who's going to take this final
game?
Throwdown?
This is the final game of this season of Community Throwdown. All together. And what a great set. 3-2, 3-2 grand finals is what we're looking at no matter who wins here. Razzo already off to a great start. We've got Burst on deck. Spends the PRC this time around the slide head, which is huge. Normally we've seen Razzo have to commit to the burst there, but had the bar.
I think it's the first time Razzo hasn't given up burst early.
And this is huge. If Razzo's able to close out this... Razzo is going to close out this round, still having burst on the table, which is huge, right? Because it means that Shine now needs to navigate around burst to try to bring this round back to get us to the final round.
Okay.
Right, doesn't burn the burst on the slide head. Okay.
Maybe it was a little bit too far. Wanted a guaranteed spot. Oh, drops a combo. What?
Hitboxes. He said it with his chest and his back.
Oh my god.
Stays same side, backdash from Shine. Now we're stuck in the corner, PRC after the parry. The nice 5P mash from Shine and the flick generating that threat from this range. Potemkin Buster should kill. We're going to a final round.
Alright, final game, final round, final set. Who's gonna take this? Oh, get counter hit, and that's not how you want to start off against Potemkin. Okay, Razzo being very careful.
I was so ready for a DP, and you even saw Shine was ready for it too, giving a little bit of space. But we're at a point now this far into this set that the fact that Razzo has generated DP threat. Okay, you are dead on the next call. Burst doesn't burst.
And Shine takes the final Community Throwdown Season 2 and you see Razzo, like they were going for the DP options in the last couple of games. Right there was a jump back because the risk versus reward wasn't there in the final round anymore. Because if
Right.
and then you saw Shine was so ready for that. You, I'm pretty sure you would have lost 60 had you have DP'd right there,
Yeah.
meterless.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, so much damage available on deck and just an all-around great adjustment from Shine, right? The longer the set went, the more confident you saw Shine was in the more active defensive decision. We went from a winners finals where Shine quite literally just held that offense the whole time and let
Mm,
Razzo do whatever they wanted, to the point at the end that Shine had managed to make so many correct calls that it tilted Razzo to the point of making some sort of more wild, aggressive reads that ultimately cost
mm.
them a whole lot. A well earned victory for Shine to close out the season. Just
I will
wow.
say that those wild aggressive reads did earn Razzo the next game afterwards, which looked pretty free.
True.
Maybe the plan was to shift up the meta in such a drastic way that Shine is gonna be like, I don't understand what this person is going for.
Right. There's I
Maybe
guess
that was the plan.
there's something to, mental stack and the way that you can sort of play that game in a long set where you can make decisions specifically to plant certain bits of information so that you can capitalize on the adjustment that gets made in response to them, right? Like by way of I'm going to reversal a lot, which means you're going to be more passive, which is going to give me space to make less risky defensive calls because now I'm afforded to. IDP,
Mm,
so like this round looks like DP getting punished so that next round looks like me backdashing on wake up, right? Like
yeah.
that's the kind of call that can be made. Whether that's the call that Raza was making where DPs were happening a lot and then it was like, all right, now I'm going to chill because this has earned me the space, or if it was just a thing of a heart player tilting and then sort of getting their bearings again. I couldn't say. I would
Um,
actually be very curious to ask.
I will say that another thing that Shine does really well, maybe it's a Potemkin thing, maybe Potemkin gets more opportunities to do this, but what you have to do against Leo players or characters with like flash kick type moves, you have to safe jump them because that takes that
Mhm.
option away. Because I notice a lot of people when they knock down Leo, they do like standing mix ups in front of them because the mix up is I can throw your DP, right? And the Shine is like, nah, I'm gonna safe jump you, and guess what? I can throw you anyways, right?
Right.
Afterwards, you still have to guess on me throwing. That doesn't matter. Now I can safe jump you. I can OS your backdash. I can also block your DP, right? You can't wake up mashing buttons. You can't wake up mashing throw. You have to hold this, and it's funny. It's such a logical thing, and I feel like a lot of players don't take advantage of that situation. The situation that you could put a Leo player in, and a lot of players are
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I knocked you down. I'm just gonna stand in front of you."
Right. That's an interesting call, right? Like going for the safe jump is sort of pushing. It allows you to be like, I'm going to do my mix up after I bait your DP. It's not one or the other. I'm allowed to
Mm,
play both here. And maybe that's something. I mean, Leo is obviously a character who has consistently been pretty strong in this title. I don't imagine that's going to change anytime soon. So it's the
I
kind of
don't think
thing
so.
where more people are going to, have to get their bearings with what micro decisions you can make in order to get some sort of leg up in this matchup. And maybe that's one of those things, maybe being a little bit more active about going for the safe jump and deferring your mix up until
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
And,
Like
and
if you
just
look,
every little
like
nugget of like, you don't get to reversal here. I mean, if you're playing against a Leo who's like, all right, I'm getting safe jumped, I'm gonna let them safe jump me and then mash DP after, then you're playing with a man that I can't comprehend. I don't understand that. That's like they're dropping off the rubies and burning the forest.
yeah, like Razzo is known for like setting those DPs free.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna DP when they feel like it, right? But you
Mm.
take that option away. Nah, if you DP here, if you don't have the meter to RC to be safe, I'm going to punish you. I'm gonna force you to burn RC right now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So all around. Once again, great performance to shine. And thanks to Razzo, a
Congratulations.
nice second place. Congratulations to both of you. Thanks for putting on a fantastic grand final set to round this out. This has been season 2 of East Coast Throwdown Presents
Oh, and
Community Throwdown. Hmm.
don't forget Pluto got third by defeating UMISHO,
Yes.
which got fourth as well. But finish what you were saying. I'm sorry.
No, you know what? You are right to put respect on those things. How dare I forget? Because I really loved Pluto's performance tonight, and seeing, we talked so much about the Happy Chaos. Seeing different characters and different matchups that I've not seen as often, and the different ways that they navigate that was super fascinating to see. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to all the players. Thanks so much to everybody who came out and entered, or who's watched not just tonight, but any of the events that we've put on this season. I've been Brad Muse. Liston, thank you as always for sitting on with me. It has been a pleasure. What have you got for the people before we send them away for the evening?
I mean, I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you all let the powers that be know that you enjoyed this, and maybe we can have a season 3 come back. Who knows? And make sure if we do have a season 3, let them know what games that you want as well, because your
Yes.
voice is important.
Yeah.
So with that
So,
being said, we are closing out the season 2 with Strive, and it has been a pleasure. I am Listen to Prince, joined by
Brad
Brad
Muse,
M.
thanks everybody. Be safe. Good night.
Peace out, guys.